know, from where I live, up on High Tor, I can look east across the Hudson River into Westchester County. If I look upstream, there's mountains on both sides. Strange and wonderful things happen on High Tor. Things that you'd hardly believe. I remember one strange night in particular. My girlfriend Judy and I were having one of our little picnics around a fire.
Oh, isn't this perfect weather for an outdoor supper? Not too hot or cold, and no wind to blow the fire around.
There's a few clouds out to the west.
That makes for a pretty sunset, don't you think? Did I ever tell you, Judy, that cooking over an open fire like this is the oldest recorded occupation of man?
Where is it recorded?
Well, the scientific boys claim they can tell how old charcoal is because it always has a little radioactive carbon in it, you see. And it runs down like a clock at a certain rate of speed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, if they found charcoal in a cave and they found the bones of a man and his woman there, they can tell just how many thousands of years ago it was since this man and his woman first cooked their bit of meat together over a fire.
And if the charcoal from our fire was found 50,000 years from now?
Well, they'd date us. Chances are they'd come up with your birth certificate.
Makes one feel ghostly just to think of it.
Yeah, doesn't it? I want to tell you, though, this sure beats cooking over a stove.
Still, a stove is more dependable.
If you keep up the installments, yeah.
Oh, Van, wouldn't you ever want to have a modern stove?
This is about the way you like it, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'll put this on the edge and I'll just hit this kid of mine with a little more fire. I want to tell you something. I'm not even thinking about what I'm going to cook on next week.
Oh, Van, don't you care anything about the future?
The future?
You can't cross a river till you come to it. Can't get out of a tunnel when you're halfway through it. That's what my pap used to say. And I try to live his way. You can't buy Monday on a Sunday. Can't buy 3 o'clock at 2. I'm living one day at a time. So I do my Monday thinking Monday. I put off Tuesday till it's due. I'm living one day at a time. Never saw tomorrow, only today. Time won't borrow, won't give away. So I live Monday on a Monday. I eat 3 meals without a dime. I come to a hill before I climb. I'm just living one day at a time.
There you are. Just in time for supper.
It's dinner, Van, not supper.
That's what I said, just in time for supper. Dinner. Oh, what's the difference? Let's see. You know, a little later when it gets dark, what's black's pepper and what's green's parsley. Still, you can't always be sure. Might be ants.
And you shouldn't read at the table.
Well, I never do, but look at this. The Nanuet Bank's been robbed. Oh, that's ridiculous. Not enough money in Nanuet to buy gas for the getaway, is it?
There were troopers at the train this afternoon and sirens going through Haverstraw. But the robbers got away.
Yeah, it says they're looking for 3 armed men. Took $25,000. How about that? How do you suppose $25,000 ever got into Nanuet? It's against nature, isn't it?
Well, you're more likely to find it there than in Haverstraw these days.
Well, anytime your job folds up in Haverstraw, you just come on up here and stay with me.
Van!
Well, we'll get married if that's what you mean.
Van, I want to talk to you seriously.
Oh, no, it can't be done.
Oh, Van, this spring you had 3 weeks' work laying drywall. You could have had more, but you didn't take it. You're an expert mason.
Well, I'm good at everything.
But you only work 3 weeks out of the year.
That's all I need.
The rest of the time you hunt or fish or swim or sleep or heaven knows what.
Ain't it the truth?
But if you worked steadily, you could have a good income. Then we could get married.
You don't really need money, honey. Gee, I've never seen the time up here on the mountain that a guy couldn't dig up a meal somehow or other. You know, with brook trout, poached rabbits, something in season all around the Zodiac.
We couldn't live in your cabin and have no money. Suppose there was a child.
Gee, he'd be fine. You know, the less they have, the better they like it.
You didn't like the factory either.
Judy, come here. I want to show you something. There's the factory. Right down there on our side of the river. Right across there is Sing Sing. From here, you can't tell one from the other. You get inside, what's the difference? You work, they got you.
But if a man works hard and saves his money, he can make himself secure.
What does he do then?
Takes a vacation.
But I'm on vacation now. Why should I work 20 years for something I already got?
You see, you can't buy Monday on a Sunday. You can't buy 3 o'clock at 2. I'm living one day at a time. So I live Monday on a Monday, and I eat 3 meals without a dime. I come to a hill before I climb. I'm living one day at a time.
I guess you don't even want money. You won't take it when they bring it to you.
Oh, when they ever bring me any? Oh, you mean the trap rock people trying to buy high tor for $700? Well, you know, they offered Pap $10,000 and he wouldn't sell.
He wouldn't.
They want to claw the back off the mountain, just like they did across the Clove over there. Leave the Palisades sticking up like billboards, false front facing the river. Oh, not for Pap and not for me.
But $10,000.
Judy, a quarter of a mile straight down is the Tappan Zee. From here, you can see 15 miles of river looking north and south. I grew up looking at it, and I'm used to it. I like it. You know, Hendrik Hudson sailed up the river about 300 years ago, and he lost a ship in the Zee. They say the crew climbed up the Tor to keep a lookout for the ship that never came. Some people think they're still around. They say sometimes on a dark night just before a storm, you're likely to see them.
Have you ever seen them?
The Dutchman? Oh, maybe I have. Can't be too sure. Gets pretty wild up here, you know, at night. That's when I like it the best.
It's beautiful.
$700 and tear it down? No, not for money.
Say, Mac.
Hello.
Maybe you can help us. We're all afternoon hunting for a cabin that's up here on the ridge somewhere. Belongs to a fellow by the name of Van Dorn. You know where it is?
Sure.
Well, can you direct us?
I'd be glad to. You climb down the face of that cliff, and you keep left along the ledge there.
Down the face of that cliff?
Down through the rocks.
But you'd have to be a monkey to get down there.
Of course, you can always walk back toward Little Tor.
How do we find Little Tor?
Just follow that trail.
How far?
4 miles.
4 miles?
4 miles? Oh, Art, we better get started.
I've always wanted to get lost and spend a night up here in the hills.
You get lost, all right.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
But they were looking for you.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you tell them?
I know who those two fellas are.
Who are they?
Art J. Biggs and a guy named Judge Skimmerhorn.
But why not talk to them?
No, we only communicate by mail. I've had a couple dozen letters from them already, and they all say $700.
Then they're the trap rock men.
Right. One of them's a probate judge. He goes around the country condemning property. Then he comes back later and makes a big rake off for himself.
How cold.
No. I got nothing to say to those two buzzards.
You won't talk to them?
No.
You won't even discuss the price?
No.
Well, you take a lot for granted.
Oh, do I?
You think because I love you, that's the end. I'm finished.
No, far from it,
Oh, yes. You think when you kissed a girl, she stays kissed and the man does her thinking from then on.
Well, I got all I can do to handle my own thinking, believe me.
But if we're married, I'm going to have to live the way you live, and you prefer being a pauper when you could have a fortune.
$700?
Well, you could get more.
I don't mean to sell.
There. You see? You decide. But I'm going to have to stand it with you.
Well, what do you want?
Something to start on. And now we could have it, only you won't.
I can't, Judy, and that's the flat truth. I can't sell the place. It's home.
Well, they're going to get it anyway. They've worked right up to where your land begins. And they won't stop there.
Yes, they will, because I won't sell.
We'll call it off then.
What?
Between you and me.
Yeah, but you don't mean it.
I do, though. It's better now than later.
You know what it meant to me. You couldn't say it.
It means just as much to me. Only I think ahead a little.
Oh, I've been counting on you. More than you know. More than anything, Judy. It's been nights like this when we've been in love the most.
Yes, we could be in love. But that's not everything.
Oh, I think it is. What else do we get?
Oh, I'd better go. It's getting late.
Oh, Judy.
I'd better go.
Here.
He told us we'd get lost.
Give me that summons, would you? Hey, Mac, would you take the summons round to Van Dorn for us?
No, I wouldn't.
It's worth $1 to us.
I'd be cheating you.
Make it $2.
All right. $2, you do it?
Not for you.
What's the matter with us?
I make it a policy in life never to run around with skunks.
Someday you're going to get the tar kicked out of you.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
This is Mr. Van Dorn, in case you wish to know.
Say, you Van Dorn?
Sure I am.
Well, you're the fellow we're looking for. I apologize.
And to the lady, too.
Yeah, we want to buy this place.
You like the view, I suppose.
Oh, certainly is a view.
You wouldn't move in here with about $1 million worth of machinery and claw the mountain down or anything like that.
Well, we always leave the front, the part you can see from the river.
But you take down all the law allows, don't you?
We're in business.
Not with me.
Do you mind if I ask how much you're offering?
Well, we said 700, but I'll make it 1,000 right here and now.
As a matter of fact, we'll make it 2,000.
Yeah, all right, 2,000.
But you offered Mr. Van Dorn's father $10,000 before he died.
He had a clear title right down from the original Dutch patroon. Unfortunately, the present Mr. Van Dorn has a somewhat clouded claim.
My father had a clear title, and he left it to me.
Well, now, he should have had a lawyer when he drew the will, because it's faulty in many respects. It came before me in my capacity as probate judge.
And in your capacity as vice president of the Trap Rock Company, you shot it full of holes, didn't you?
Let's not get into an argument.
You take 3,000, and we'll agree that the will is valid.
Oh, it's 3,000 now.
Yeah. If you refuse, you may be held incompetent and a guardian appointed.
Me? Incompetent?
Anyone that won't take money when it's offered to him is incompetent. And you'll take it now or not at all.
Oh, come on, let's get out of here. It's bad enough going down that road in the daylight.
I don't want to make you two fellas nervous or anything, but there's something about the mountain here that doesn't like Trap Rock people.
Come on.
What's more, it draws fire. When there's a storm on the Tappan Zee, it climbs up here and wraps itself around High Tor. And it blazes away at everything you got, steam shovel, bulldozer, anything newfangled. I've got a premonition something might happen to you two fellas.
He's crazy.
Let him talk.
What's that?
Oh, there's a section of cliff come down across the road there. Well, that's that. You'll never get back down the way you came up. You're going to have to go down the face of the cliff.
No, thanks.
Just as you say. Still, I think there's something definitely hostile toward you two pirates up here.
Let's get started.
Uh-oh. There's another rock fall. You know, some stubborn men have come up here and died, and they don't sleep well. Sometimes at night, they come back and they push things around.
Let's get out of here, huh?
We'll take our chances on the road.
We will?
What did you mean about something hostile?
Oh, I don't know.
Goodbye, then.
You be back tomorrow?
No,
Well, let me see you down there.
I can climb. You stay and guard your mountain. You think so much of it.
Well, when'll I see you then?
Never. We'll call it off.
Oh, Judy, I love you. But my roots are here. My roots are down in that rock. See, I don't know if I'd live at all if I pulled up and left. You can't breathe down there, Judy, when you've lived up here in these hills.
I know how it is, Van. We'll forget about it. You had your choice and you chose High Tor. You're in love with your mountain. Well, keep your mouth.
Rain.
Captain?
Martin, when you drink, there should be one on guard to watch the river, lest the ship come and pass, and we must haunt the dock another year.
To humor her, Piet, old son, climb down and post the Z. And mind you, keep a good lookout.
Ships. Aye, ships. When the ball is rolling and there's gin in hand, I draw the watch. My luck.
When you shipped with me, you signed the voyage.
Is this land or sea? I'm a sailor, I'm not a foot soldier.
March.
Aye, sir. I'm going.
Wife, are you content?
When the ship returns and we have boarded her, when we see the wharves of Texel town across the Zuyder Zee, I shall be content.
Now, Texel town.
I'll drink no more.
Drink up, lads, and forget. Drink your drink and play your play.
Have you forgotten how the cobbled street comes down by cranks and turns upon the quay where the Onrust set sail? There your wives wait for you. The sharp roofs in Amsterdam cut on a rainy sky.
It's a long way home.
Sad is the life of the sailor's wife when he's far across the sea. She rakes the embers and sadly remembers and brews one cup of tea. The waves roll in and the mist rolls in while she watches from the shore. And the leaves are thin and the storm for you, and there's hunger in her eyes. Home, home, oh, you sailor man, turn to the morning skies. Back to the eastward, back to the sunrise, back where your lady lies. Sad is the life, sad is the life, sad is the life of the sailor's
Lisa, you are so much in love. You must come with me.
We stay so long, so long. Tell me, Martin, was there this ship at all? Will the ship return? And shall I then see the Netherlands once more?
Aye, there was a ship, and we wait for her. But she's long away, somewhere upriver.
We must go back. There's no safety here. Oh, Martin, I'm afraid. For one thing I have known, and never told lest it be true. Sometimes of a morning, when all the crew come down the rocks together, holding my breath, I see you in the light. And back of you, the grey rock, bright and hard, seen through figures of air. And you, and you, and you were but cloud drift walking, translucent in the sun.
Years past, the demons of this air fixed us on this pinnacle of stone, high Tor. These strange new men are like the gods, have power to pierce the walls with pictures and with music. They leave us this place, and we shall have no other. When it goes, we shall go too. Come.
That's why they drink.
Why shouldn't we drink? Marooned somewhere on the hinder parts of the earth and rapidly degenerating into the status of a flying Dutchman, half spook and half heaven knows what.
Some great magician has laid a spell upon us.
Why, these fanciful new devils ride sea, land, and air on a puff of smoke. They're all witches, mermaids, dancing on bubbles, riding on air.
Oh, we must break their spell and go home.
Look you now, little Lisa. I have had a remedy in mind. Fall in love with one of them. Yes, fall in love with one of these strange New World magicians. I shall choose me out one of their female mermaid witches and set my heart on her and become a man again.
When you're in love, it's morning all day long, and when you're loved, you hear an April song. Cold won't chill you, fire won't burn, when you're loved in return. When you're in love, you learn to walk on air, and out of cloud you build a palace there. All comes true that you are dreaming of when you're once again in love.
I gave all my love one day long ago. I gave all my love and have no more to give. Oh, we live in our time with only one life to live. It's over, it's over. No more for you or me, no
And when you're loved, you hear an April song. Cold won't chill you, fire won't burn. When you're loved in return, when you're in love, you learn to walk on air, and out of clouds you build a palace there. All comes true that you are dreaming of when you're once again in love.
But not with these.
Hey, what are you doing with that shovel?
It's Van Dorn.
You know, you two fellas are trespassing, don't you? And so is your shovel.
Oh, well, we'll have that moved tomorrow morning, Mr. Van Dorn.
Oh, by the way, you were quite right, Miss Van Dorn, about the road being out. There's nothing there now but a sheer 50-foot drop.
Well, spend the night. Be my guest.
You know any other trail down?
I showed you the only one I know.
But it's perpendicular.
What do you want me to do, pin wings on you?
Oh, I think I'll swear out a warrant for that squirt. He's too independent by half.
On what grounds?
Well, he might be easier to talk to in jail.
Well, that's true. What did we ever come up here for?
Remember, we were authorized to pay $25,000 for his land? Now, that means a possible profit to you and me of $22,000.
Think we'll ever see it?
Well, if we can get Van Dorn to sell for $3,000, we will.
Well, my old man would never know if we kept the difference. It'd look all right on the books. Now, in the meantime, here we are up here with no place to sleep, nothing to eat. There's a storm coming up.
Our answer's description of one used in bank holdup. 3 passengers. Broke through our roadblock. Now heading east on Short Clove Road towards High Tor.
Come on now, just give it more. They're getting closer.
Hang on!
I got no wind. We'll get 400 years for this.
There's $25,000 in this bag, and some of it's yours.
How do you know how much is in it?
The Orangeburg payroll is always $25,000. Now, come on.
Now where do we go?
We look for a way down this side and pick up another car.
Yeah. Hello.
How are you?
You out walking?
That's right. Hikers.
Uh-huh.
Climbed up on a bed.
Hey, haven't I seen you around town somewhere?
Evening, Judge.
Uh-huh. You're an ambitious young fella. Would you do us a favor if you got well paid for it?
I guess so, Judge.
Would you climb back down that tor and bring us a dozen sandwiches and some beer?
Be glad to help you, Judge.
Thank you.
Just a minute, buddy.
Well, that's the first sensible thing I've done today.
You might have made it 2 dozen sandwiches.
Huh? Yeah, I guess I will. Gosh, what's that? Thought it was a snake. Somebody's old moldy luggage. Say, will you make it 2 dozen? And how about getting started?
Yes, sir, Judge.
I guess we'll all go.
Oh, fine. We get some apple punch.
Hey, what's going on here?
We just thought you would...
They got the troopers up here. Why, you...
What was that all about? What do you mean by troopers?
Looks to me as if we almost got mixed up with a bunch of lunatics.
I wish I did see a trooper.
Oh, well, if I can't eat, at least I'm going to sleep.
You got my sympathy.
Oh, thanks.
Pieces with a great jib boom. What kind of semi-devil do you think you are? With 4 legs and 2 faces, both looking in the same direction.
What's that?
It's the rear end that talks, evidently.
What's that? Somebody speak?
None too clear in the back thinker, I should say.
Skimmerhorn. Skimmerhorn. What is it? Do you believe in apparitions?
No.
What in the...
I want to buy a boat.
You've come to the wrong ship, sailor. I'm in the real estate business.
And the front end has no boats?
You're the front end. See, he wants to know if you got both.
No, no boats, Granger.
Yeah. The great plague on them, the lying, 2-headed beast. Both telling the same tale.
Did you see what I saw?
Nobody saw that, what I saw.
I didn't either. Looks like he ate his lunch here.
Well, you're welcome to it.
Do you know what this is?
No.
Money.
Money?
5s and 10s. 5s and 10s.
Bless that little Dutchman's heart.
You think he left it?
Yeah, well, it wasn't here before.
You know, up to now, I've always had to work for it, to steal it. This is the first time that I've ever been wakened up by a little man in a big hat fetching it to me in bundles.
Are you asleep?
And I probably am, asleep and dreaming.
Well, if you're dreaming that I found money.
So you know what this is?
Money?
This is from the Nanuet Bank.
Huh?
If that little fella's a bank robber, he's certainly careless with his loot.
Yeah.
This is the Orangeburg payroll.
Oh, well, in that case, we've got to give it back because it might be marked bills.
Well, no mark on any of it.
Well, maybe we ought to give it back anyway. Huh?
Think so? Where'd you come from?
Say, you guys are not exactly friends of mine or anything, but there's a storm coming in now. There's a ledge just below there if you want to keep dry.
Well, thanks. Much obliged.
Want me to show you how to get to it?
Oh, no, thanks. We'll find it.
Let's get out of here.
You just take that little path there to the right, huh?
Mm-hmm.
of the new age. Do you hear my voice?
Yes.
Do you see me as I see you?
Yes, lady.
You are one of those the earth bears now. The quick, fierce wizard men who plow the mountains down with steel.
Oh, no, I hate them all like poison.
You're against them, the great machines.
I'd like to smash the whole lot.
They were a friend among so many enemies. I have seen you. You are kind.
How do you know?
Come.
This is your garden?
Yes. You know the names of all the flowers?
Mm-hmm.
Teach me the names. What is the tall, three-petaled one that's black almost, the red so dark?
Oh, that's Trillium. Speaking of flowers, tell me your name.
It's Lisa. Or used to be. You have a lover? She'll be angry?
She's angry now. She's away and gone, and she won't come back.
Love me a little. Enough to save me from the dark.
Oh, I do. I've seen you moving on the hills with the shadow. But you're not shadow.
No. Could one live and be shadow?
Take my hand.
Love me a little. What I am, I know not under these spells, whether I be cloud or dust. Cling to me, save me from the dark.
You're cold.
Yes.
Here on the Tor, the sun beats down like murder all day long. And the wind comes up like murder in the night. I'm cold myself.
This night alone, a little love, a little while, is all our own. A little love, a little while. The past is flown, the memory of another smile is lost in the night and gone. The life I knew is far away, is well away, and only you are near and true, are dear and true. This night we own a little love, a little while. But oh, could I hold you forever? And oh, would I part from you never? Could now be our ever and ever this little while.
How have I slipped so far from the things you have? I'm puzzled here and lost. Is it so different for you? Keep my hand and tell me. In these new times, are all men shadow, all men lost?
Oh, sometimes I stand here at night and I look out over the river when the fog covers the lights. And then if it's dark enough and I can't see my hands or where the rock leaves off against the cloud. And if I'm alone, I don't know who I am. Staring into that black. I may be cloud, I may be dust, I might be as old as time. I'd like to think I know. Man gets that way sometimes, just standing and staring into the black.
Then you do know. It's better now. But when the wizards come to tear the mountain down, I'll have no place. I'll be gone then.
Child, they won't get our mountain. Not if I have to shoot them as they come, they won't. And you'll have your garden where you like, and their feet won't step across it.
Is it the light I feel come flooding back in me? Light or their charms broken here? Seeing your face.
Your hand is warm.
I'm not cold now. For an instant, I'm not cold seeing your face. This is your wizardry. Let me stay here and see you.
The life I knew is far away, is well away, and only you are near and true, are dear and true. This night we own a little love, a little while. But oh, could I hold you forever? And oh, would I part from you never? Could now be our ever and ever this little while.
If that boy doesn't come back with the sandwiches, I'm not going to live to spend this money.
Who are you going to leave it to?
Yeah?
All right. It's nothing personal. You know, you'd murder me for what I got in my pockets.
You thought of it first. Who am I going to leave it to, you said?
Just the same, I'd hate to think you were standing behind me with a rock in your hand. In fact, I'd hate to think anybody was creeping up behind me. And you know, there is somebody behind me.
What makes you think so?
Just feel it.
Well, you got me worried.
Turn around, take a look, will you?
Now?
No. You're crazy.
I certainly am. So are you.
That isn't there at all. There's nothing there.
Oh,
How do you do? I see you brought your friends back with you. You can have your money back if you want it, you know. We don't want your money.
No, we don't want the money. Yes, here's the... You can have... Art. You know what this is? It's a moving picture company, and they certainly got the laugh on us. We thinking that they're real.
Is that so? I guess that's so. Lay a hand to it, lads.
You want to get a boat? All right, I'll try anything once. That's what I always say.
Oh, yeah. We were just saying that if somebody could run this thing, maybe they could swing us over to that ledge, and we could slide down and get out of here.
You think you could swing it over there?
Oh, yeah.
Hoist! 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 Coming up low! Coming up low! Tar on the ropes and fan on the yard. With through an eyeful points on the card. Hoist!
Better make it snappy, boys. It makes me dizzy to look down from here.
Coming up low, coming up low. Sea runs black, glass runs low. Yard our gifts, foes like snow. Heave, heave, heave. Hey! Don't rock the boat. It's 1,000 miles straight down.
I'm getting a little sick to my stomach.
You better let us down, fellas. You can't make it.
Gentlemen, how about a game of bowls?
Aye, a game of bowls.
Aye.
Now a game of bowls. Rumble, rumble, roar. Now the ball rolls. Rumble, tumble, score. Rumble, tumble, crash. Rumble, tumble, roar. Rumble, tumble, flash. Rumble, tumble, score.
You wouldn't leave us up here, would you, fella? Hey, fella, you... What in the name of time? Help! Somebody help! We're stuck up here!
Oh, dear. Gosh. Hey, it's good money. I'd look at it.
Abraham Lincoln and Alexander Hamilton.
That's getting pretty close.
What?
The lightning, you fool.
Oh, you know, there's something else about money you find. You don't have to pay income tax on it.
You know any prayers?
Gosh. Oh, wait, hold it. Oh, I dropped a whole handful of $10 bills.
I've never done this before, and I don't know how, but you keep me safe up here, and I'll be a better man.
And look, those little Dutchmen are coming back again.
No.
Aye. Take your ease and rest, you detachable doppelgangers. Protected by the fiend, swollen with lies. These will be tokens and signs, these will. Useful in magic. Potent to ward off evil or protect you from your enemies. I shall carry them with me and make myself a match for these latter-day spirits. Ha ha! DeWitt, you're a man. Let my woman appear. Let her appear soon, for this magic may not last.
Howdy.
That is a strange greeting.
Seen a couple of men around anywhere? One of them kind of fat?
Aye, the doppelgangers. I've seen nothing else all evening.
Where are they?
Look, you, prentice devil. I am one of you. What have you there?
Oh, nothing but sandwiches. What do you mean? You're one of us.
You, should recognize the insignium.
Where'd you get it?
Why, it blew away from these same two men.
It's mine, see?
Now, hand it over, or I'll fill you full of holes.
You will drop your child's armory on the ground. I am now a great devil and violent. Now I am left in possession of the field.
Van! 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 I beg your pardon, sir.
A woman, come in answer to my desires. Lady.
I don't think I've seen you before.
That may be, though I'm one of the earliest inhabitants. Oh, don't go, please. You're seeking someone?
Are you acquainted with Van Dorn?
Oh, I have seen him about.
Where is he?
Well, if you hunt out a very pretty little mistress in a bonnet somewhat behind the fashion, and you look under the bonnet, you may chance to find him there.
You're very strange. Are you a ghost?
Could you find it in your heart to love me?
Love you?
This is a kindly face and a kindly heart.
Van told me about you. You're a shadow. You're not real at all.
Lady, I'm a sad and broken man. Lost here, looking only for a hand to help me.
I'm sorry.
Your lad is lost and gone, ma'am. Lost the way a woman loses her man. A mere shift of partners. It's easily remedied. We'd both be gainers.
When you're in love, it's morning all day long. And when you're loved, you hear an April song. Cold won't chill you, fire won't burn. When you're loved in return, when you're in love.
I'm terribly sorry, but I can't help you.
What's going on?
Are there more ghosts?
Fear not, lady.
It's a war.
Now am I master of the world of things. A buccaneer, a devil, and a rake. Women love mastery. She's gone. New world lady! Where are you? Where are you?
I hope this is a nightmare and I wake up in bed.
How did we get up here?
Probably something we ate.
But I didn't eat anything.
We can go right through here.
Oh, I dare not walk there. I'm frightened where the giant shovel spades the mountain down.
Why, Lisa?
You are not like these men. Lest they find you out and reach you and we be helpless here together. Don't go too near.
How could they hurt us?
I don't know, but you're their enemy.
Oh, these fellas you call wizards, they're all asleep, and the power's turned off, the bucket's empty. Well, if it frightens you, we'll give it a wide berth. We'll go through here.
Hey, Vandon, up here.
What are you two birds doing up there on that perch? You building a nest?
Will you help us down?
Well, what happened to you?
Everything.
How'd you get up there?
Well, it's a long story.
You been there long?
Seems like all night.
We haven't had a bite to eat.
I'll bet you had a jug along, though.
You don't know what we've been through, Vandon. We've had nightmares.
Well, you go belting the grape, it figures.
Funny men in big hats. That's how we got here. One of those nightmares.
Aha, I get it.
A good man walking home at night, a decent, honest soul. What would you think if he was seen to climb up a barber pole? You've got to say John Barleycorn. John Barleycorn is the only explanation for this harmless levitation in the early morn. Just blame John Barleycorn. John Barleycorn, John Barleycorn, never say intoxication. Treat him with consideration, never point with scorn. Just blame John Barleycorn. A broker, careful in his ways, and neat of arm and leg. What would you think if he sat down to hatch an ostrich egg? It's got to be John Barleycorn, John Barleycorn. This absurd anticipation probably is pure relation. Judge him not, I warn. Just blame John Barleycorn. Oh, John Barleycorn, John Barleycorn. He will salt your conversation, make you like your occupation. Happy you were born, our old John Barleycorn. Two bankers most respectable among the godly troop
Suppose they climb to spend the night in their bulldozer scoop. They're messing with John Barleycorn. John Barleycorn is the only explanation for their midnight elevation. Judge them not, I warn. Just blame John Barleycorn. Oh, John Barleycorn, John Barleycorn. Never say inebriation. They're just off the reservation. Biggs and Skimmer Horn with old John Barleycorn.
It's a lie.
Maybe you've lost your minds. Say, listen, I'm not exactly melting down in my shoes with compunction for you two fellas. You know, after all, you came here to take my place away from me. And I won't sell.
I offer you $5,000 cash.
Keep it.
Give it to him. There. Now that you got the $5,000, how does it look to you? Will you settle for it?
Oh, but I'll give you more. Only $5,000 for this mountain peak. I offer you $9,000.
You hear that? I got $9,000. What am I offered now?
Make it $10,000 and let us down in the bargain.
10,000, huh? 10,000 for a mountain. What do you say to 10, Lisa?
Will they pay no more than that? 100,000 in silver. This is my offer.
You hear that, boys? I got 100,000.
What do you mean by silver? She won't pay silver.
Coinage of the moon, but it's current here.
I offer you 10,000. You got 5 from my pocket, and here's 5 from Biggs. There.
George, you go well-heeled when you go mountain climbing, don't you? Is this real?
Well, look it over. Count it.
Where'd you get this money?
What's wrong with it?
Didn't I tell you 100,000? Here, catch.
It's yours if you want it.
No, there's no sale. Matter of fact, I never intended to sell. The auctioneer's about to take a walk.
Oh, you wouldn't do that? And leave us up here?
You just watch me if you don't think so.
Oh, Van Dorn, will you at least pitch up those sandwiches to us? They're in a bag there, right behind you.
I hope you fellas like them juicy.
Oh, thanks.
Come on, I'll tell you all about those two babes in the woods.
Doesn't look like we'll get much out of Van Dorn.
No, that's the way it looks.
Lady! Here he comes again.
Oh, our mascot, Little Rabbit's Foot. The sailor with the big heart.
Those buzzards up there, those buzzards of evil omen. One apiece. And it should just be enough. Wonder I never thought of it before. All right, then. Blow them off their perch. Damp again. Well, we'll soon fix that, boys. Ship. It can't be there. It is there. It's the ship. Captain Asher. Captain.
When did you part from Judith?
Judith?
When did she go away?
Last evening, but seems longer.
Why?
Well, so much has happened. You know, it's almost morning.
How do you know?
You see that star? That heavy red one way back there in the west? Well, when it goes down, you look for the morning star across Long Island Sound. After that, the lights dim down in the gray.
You loved her very much?
Yes.
I loved someone, too. I still do.
No, now you're mine.
See the great gulf that lies between the heavy red star down the west and the star that comes with morning? It's a long way. There's that much lies between us.
No, not for me.
Even for you. You're weary.
Tell you the truth, sometimes I sleep at night.
Put your head here. I'll hold you.
Once upon a long ago, when my heart was young, we'd have been in love forever. But oh, my love, that song is sung. We could have loved forever, up to the last sun's glow. But a storm of years has driven between our hearts like driven snow. And all my love was given. All my love was given. Once upon a long ago. Once upon a long ago.
May I ask you something? There's so much that's changed now. Men can fly and hear each other across the seas. Must men die? Do they die still?
Yes, they die. Why do you ask?
Oh, because I'm still so young. And yet I can't remember all the years there must have been. What year do we live in now? Is it 1600 and something?
Well, lying here like this, there's not much logic in arithmetic, but I think it's 1900 and something or other.
300 more. Have I been enchanted here? I've seen the trap rock men there in the shovels seeming so stupid and so pitiful. Could these use charms to hold wrecked mariners high on a mountain fringe?
Trap rock men? Oh, no. They're no more wizards than I am.
But they laid spells about us.
No, there's no wizards or spells. It's just men, women, money, and earth, just like it always was.
Is death like this? Can this be how men die?
Maybe. I love you when you speak.
And I love you.
But a storm of years has driven between our hearts like driven snow. And all my love was given. All my love was given. Once upon a long ago. Once upon a long ago.
Are you Judith?
Yes?
He's asleep. But when he wakes, you'll have him back.
Do you dispose of him just as you please?
No, it's not what I please. It's what will happen.
I don't know who you are.
I'm but a friend of his. You left him bitter going away so lightly. I was bitter, and so we tried to play at being lovers. But it won't do.
Why are you crying?
Am I crying? Well, they're not for you, nor him, these tears. Only when you have him, love him a little better for your sake. Knowing how bitterly I cried for times past and things done.
You're strange. I'm afraid of you.
Afraid of tears and a voice out of long ago. It's all I have.
No, I'm not afraid. Only for him. I've done my crying, too. Shall I come back?
Don't wake him now. Come back at dawn. You'll find him here alone.
Do you make her out? She's a square top yards. Aye. It's the brigantine.
Aye. Lisa. Lisa, the ship's on the river.
I shall wake him.
Quick, there's haste. She must catch the tide downstream. Look, our ship. Look, Lisa.
Yes, I see it.
Come, Lisa. We must go quickly.
Yes, it's better that I go.
Oh, must you go?
Our ship is on the river. We must catch the tide.
You'd leave me now?
Yes, I must go.
And go with him?
Yes.
Oh, was nothing meant of all we said?
What could we mean, we two? Your hurt's cured and mine's past curing.
Well, let me go with you then.
Come, Lisa.
Look, the dawn points with one purple finger at a star to put it out. When it is quite gone out, then we'll be gone.
Lisa.
This is your age, your dawn, your life to live.
And welcome to the age you are too. An age of paper money and paper men. So that a poor Dutch wraith is more than the thickest of you.
There is a ship. Canvas casts no shadow, and the wind blows through the spars.
Coming afloat. Sea runs black, glass runs low. Yard arm dips, falls like snow. Here, here, here.
Once upon a long ago, when your heart was young, we'd have been in love forever. But oh my love, that song is sung. We could have loved forever, up to the last sun's glow. But a storm of years has driven between our hearts like driven snow, and all your love was given. All your love was given. Once upon a long ago, once upon a long ago.
There they are, Mr. Biggs.
Good Lord. We thought you were under that rock slide.
Guess you're disappointed, Dad.
The next time you two go on a bet, we haven't even had a drink of water. I believe that. And how did you get up there?
Well, you tell him. No, you tell him. You're the... I don't believe it really happened.
Well, if you weren't drunk, how did you get up there? Oh, AJ, my legs are paralyzed. Will you please let us down from here?
No, not until you come across with what's been going on. Did you see Van Dorn?
Of course we did.
And you offered him the $25,000?
We offered him a fair price.
Oh.
Oh, hey, now, wait a minute.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm nobody. I just own the property.
I'm A.J. Biggs, president of Igneous Trap Rock, and I'm glad to meet you.
These fellas friends of yours?
One's a son, one's a partner. Why?
Well, any friend of theirs is no friend of mine.
Now, to be frank, those two were hardly in a condition to negotiate. Will you take $25,000?
No.
Will you take $50,000?
Uh-uh.
Look, Van Dorn, set a figure.
It's not a matter of price. I just don't want to sell. $50,000's too much for me.
We'll give you less.
I don't want less, or I don't want more. It's not a matter of money at all, you see.
Will you take a partnership in the company?
No. Well, Judith. Judy? What'll I say?
Say no.
Well, the mountain's gone and everything on it. You think the rock's worth keeping?
I don't know.
With $50,000, you could buy another mountain further west.
Judith?
I'm out of it. It's your decision.
I'll sell.
It's a deal. Well, boys, we're out of the woods.
Patsy, Van Dorn, let's see if we can get them down.
Okay. Don't go away now, huh?
Hey, Patsy! Over here!
Ma'am? Just came over the radio. They got those three guys on the Nanuet bank robbery.
Yeah?
Oh, and the lieutenant wants us to look around for a satchel up here with the money in it.
Oh, officer.
Thanks. Empty.
Hey, officer. Come here and take a look.
One of you two drop this money?
I don't think so. Not me. Not me.
Let's get him down.
No, don't bother, boys. We'll be all right. We'll get down.
Oh, we wouldn't think of leaving you two poor fellas dangling up there in that bucket.
Oh, there's no need to go to all this trouble.
Trouble at all.
It'd be a pleasure. Why, you've been asking us all night to get you out of this.
Don't bother. We'll get down all right.
We're very comfortable in here.
What's the matter?
I think my legs have gone to sleep.
Mine, too.
All right, I won't.
Oh, dear.
Hey, you carried quite a lot of lunch there, didn't you?
Couldn't be money, could it?
Well, as a matter of fact, some of it is. You know, we were carrying cash to pay Mr. Van Dorn.
Cash? How much?
That's what my father authorized us to pay, $25,000.
I'd like to see it.
You say you drew that money to pay Van Dorn?
That's right, A.J.
With the Orangeburg label on it?
Well, that was a mistake at the bank. We didn't...
Gonna have to put you two under arrest.
Under arrest? Me under arrest?
We've had a robbery, and here's the money. Gotta explain it somehow.
I'd rather be under arrest than try to explain it.
Judge?
I'm going to know everybody in that jail. I put them there.
It's the first time I ever knew those boys to rob a bank.
I'll be down for that $50,000 later in the day, huh? Well, selling the tour is better than carrying a grudge, I guess. Comes to that.
You'll find wilder land and higher mountains in the west.
It was something my pappy used to say if I could remember it. Oh, yeah, he said there's nothing man builds, but in the end makes good ruins. I guess that applies to the tour, too. Well, that's over. Will you find a new place with me?
No. I came to tell you that I was wrong. About the land, I mean. Your way was best. So good night, Van. Rather good morning.
It's not too late for us.
I think it is. It was for Lisa you were calling, not for Judith. You love her, not me.
She was a ghost.
I'm not so sure about the ways of ghosts. She might come back. I'd remember Lisa.
I wonder if there ever was a Lisa. I think maybe she was my dream of you and the way you left the mountain barren once you went away.
She was your dream of me?
Yeah. Take one step toward me, Judy. I'll take one step toward you.
The life I knew is far away, is well away, and only you are near and true, are dear and true. This night we own a little love, a little while. But oh, could I hold you forever? And oh, would I part from you never? Could now be our ever and ever this little while.
Recordings of all the songs from High Tour are now available at your neighborhood record dealer on a Decca album with Bing Crosby and the original cast.